stop reaching me. Before your body ever left, you learned how to say nothing and call it what was best. I kept waiting for a reason, a sign you still cared. But the loudest thing you gave me was the quiet you shared. You looked at me like I was safe, but never stayed long. I learned how to read the distance in the way you were gone. I carry your silence everywhere, like it belongs to me. In crowded rooms and empty nights, it's the loudest thing I hear. You didn't say goodbye, you just stopped being there. I carry your silence everywhere. I still type your name sometimes, just to watch it disappear. I reread our last conversation, like the ending isn't clear. You close the door so gently, like I wouldn't feel the cold. But love doesn't need violence to leave you feeling broke. I keep answering questions gave your silence everything. I don't have it in me to carry it anymore.
Kept the light on in the hallway, like you might change your mind. I told myself tomorrow would be kinder than tonight. I learned how to wait in silence, call it strength, call it grace. I stayed hopeful in the dark while you were fading away. You said, I'm trying, just give me time. I gave you all I had. I didn't know that hope could hurt this bad. I stayed hopeful too long, held on after the truth was gone. I kept believing love would come back while you were already moving on. I mistook patience for purpose and waiting for being strong. I stayed hopeful too long. I defended you when they asked me why I still believed. I built excuses for your distance, just so I wouldn't grieve. I replayed every small kindness like it still meant us. I kept hoping for a sign when the signs were giving up. You didn't lie, you didn't promise, you just never stayed. And I kept calling it almost while love slipped away. I stayed hopeful too long, loved you past where love belonged. I kept reaching for your heart while mine was coming undone. You were quiet, I was faithful. You were unsure, I was strong. I stayed hopeful too long. There's a thin line between hope and being afraid to let go. I thought staying made me brave, but it only made me slow. If I could talk to who I was when hope still felt like home, I'd tell myself love shouldn't hurt this much to hold. I stayed hopeful too long, but hope doesn't mean I should stay. I'm learning how to let go gently without calling it a mistake. I don't regret the way I loved, I regret ignoring the truth. I stayed hopeful too long. Now I'm choosing something new. The lights off in the hallway now, I finally understand. I stayed hopeful too long for someone who never reached back for my hand. I didn't wake up stronger. It didn't happen all at once. I still reached for you in my sleep, still missed what we were. I stayed longer than I should've, out of habit, out of fear. Letting go felt louder than keeping you near. They said just move on, you'll be fine, like healing something fast. But love doesn't leave all at once, it fades in pieces you unpack. I learned to choose myself slowly, one breath at a time. Some days I still chose you, some days I survived. I didn't stop loving you overnight, I just stopped letting it hurt me. I learned to choose myself slowly. I kept your name like a reflex on the edge of my tongue. I forgave you in my silence before the pain was done. I learned how to sit with the ache without running back, how to miss you honestly without collapsing again. I thought choosing myself meant I had to forget you completely, but it just meant loving me a little more gently. I learned to choose myself slowly when staying felt unsafe. I stopped asking for peace, source of love you couldn't give. I still cried when it hit me, still wish things went different to you, but I learned to choose myself slowly, even while missing you. Healing isn't loud, it doesn't slam the door. If waking up and choosing peace just a little more. I wasn't weak for staying, I was brave for leaving when I could. I didn't walk away angry, I walked away understood. I learned to choose myself slowly, with shaking hands and truth. I learned I don't have to disappear just to be loved by you. I don't regret the way I cared, I just see myself clearly. I learned to choose myself slowly, and it's finally setting me free. I still carry parts of you, but they don't own me anymore. I learned to choose myself slowly, and that was the hardest kind of love I ever learned before. I stopped saying your name out loud, like it might pull you back. I folded every memory into places I don't unpack. I learned how to breathe through moments that used to make me fall apart. I still feel you everywhere, I just keep it in my heart. I don't ask how you've been, I don't look for a sign. I carry the ache quietly like it's only mine. I learned to miss you silently, without calling, without blame. I feel you in the spaces, but I never say your name. No late night confessions, no reaching out anymore. I learned to miss you silently, like I've learned so much before. I smile when people ask me if I'm fine, are you okay? I say I'm busy living, I don't say what's in the way. I walk past places we once loved, like they don't recognize me. I keep my grief on the inside, when no one else can see. I don't hate you for leaving, I don't beg you to stay. I just learned how to live with what I couldn't say. I learned to miss you silently in the quiet of my days. I hold on to what we were, but I don't let it escape. I loved you loudly once, now I love you in control. I learned to miss you silently and let you go. Missing you doesn't mean I want you back, it just means love left a mark. Some feelings don't need words to stay real, they just learn how to feel. I learned to miss you silently, without breaking down. I let the tears fall inward, where they don't make a sound. I don't reach for you anymore, but sometimes I confess I learned to miss you silently, and that still hurts the most. So if you ever feel it late at night, alone, that's just me missing you silently, moving on. You stopped asking how my day had been, but I kept answering anyway. You smiled like nothing was wrong while your eyes were drifting away. I felt the space between your words growing wider every night. I was holding on to us while you were letting go in plain sight. You said you were just tired, said life had been hard, but I felt you leaving long before the goodbye part. You were gone before you left. I just didn't wanna see you stop choosing me in small ways that slowly broke me. I stayed believing love would bring you back, but you're already gone. You were gone before you left, and I loved you all alone. You held my hand without holding me. Your touch felt far away. We shared the same four walls, but lived in different days. I memorized the silence, learned what it meant. I kept waiting for you to come back. You were already spent. I asked if we were okay. You said, of course we are. But your heart was packing bags. I could feel it in the dark. You were gone before you left, before the door ever closed. I was fighting for forever. You were learning how to go. I love the version of you who used to meet me there. You were gone before you left, and I was loving it. Some people leave quietly without making a sound. They fade from the inside while their body's still around. I would have survived the truth you told me when it changed, but you let me love a ghost and caught it stay. You were gone before you left, and I stayed too long to see that loving you alone was never meant to be. I don't hate you for walking away. I just wish you'd been honest from the start. You were gone before you left, and I gave you my heart. So if you ever wonder why it hurt me so bad, I wasn't losing you. I was mourning what we already didn't have. I learned your silence better than my own. Measured my words so I wouldn't shake the ground. I wore your fears like they were my bones, afraid if I moved, you'd walk out. I said I'm fine when I was bleeding through, smiled so you wouldn't see the truth. I kept shrinking just to fit in the spaces you left open. I thought love meant holding tighter, so I let go of who I was. Didn't notice I was fading while I was saving us. I lost myself trying not to lose you.
to keep you close. Watch my reflection slip away. I forgot what my own heart wanted, forgot what I used to do. I lost myself, trying not to lose you. I stayed quiet when I should have cried. Chose your peace over my pain. I blame myself every time you pulled away again. I made excuses for your distance, called it love, called it fate, but loving you felt like drowning and calling it fate. I kept fixing what you broke while you watched me come undone. I was fighting for forever, you were halfway gone. I lost myself, trying not to lose you. Gave you my nights, my light, my name. I stood in the storm so you wouldn't feel it. I let the thunder live in my veins. I don't know where I disappeared to, or when I stopped being true. I lost myself, trying not to lose you. Love shouldn't feel like begging or learning how to stay small. I was terrified of losing you, so I lost it all. If I ever find myself again, it won't be in your arms. I loved you more than I love me, and that's where it went wrong. I lost myself, trying not to lose you, but I'm still standing here somehow. I'm learning how to choose my heartbeat over the silence you left behind now. I don't hate you, I just see the truth. Love shouldn't cost me my youth. I lost myself, trying not to lose you. And if you ever wonder why I couldn't stay the same, I gave you everything I was until there was nothing left to save. You changed without warning, but I stay the same. Still loving the version of you who once said my name. I noticed the distance before you did too, but I kept showing up like love always knew. You called it growing, I called it loss. I kept holding the line while you already crossed. I stayed loyal to a feeling
kept loving what we were, while you wanted something new. You move forward without looking back. I stayed stuck on what we knew. I stayed loyal to our feeling. You already outgrew. I defended your silence, said you needed time. I made excuses for the way you left me behind. I love the memory of us more than what we became. I was loyal to the past, you were done with the name. You didn't leave all at once, you just slowly let go. And I stayed believing love would circle back home. I stayed loyal to our feeling. You already outgrew. I held on to almost, while you were already through. You stopped choosing me in little ways that finally felt true. I stay loyal to a feeling you already outgrow. There's a difference between changing and leaving someone behind. You found yourself somewhere else. I stayed stuck in time. I wasn't wrong for loving deeply or believing it would last. I just loved you longer than you loved the past. I stayed loyal to a feeling, but I see it clearly now. Love shouldn't feel like holding on when the other heart's checked out. I don't hate you for moving on. I just wish you told me sooner. I stayed loyal to a feeling you already outgrew. So if you ever wonder why it hurt me so, I wasn't losing you, I was losing something you'd already let go. I held on longer than I should, pretending I didn't know that loving you was hurting me in ways you never showed. I memorized your tired eyes, the nights you couldn't stay. I felt you leaving long before you ever walked away. I kept choosing your happiness over my
decide. I stopped asking you to choose me when your silence said it all. I learned how to smile through goodbye before you made the call. You weren't cruel, you weren't wrong, you just weren't meant to stay. And loving you meant loving you enough to walk away. I didn't leave because I stopped, I left because I cared, because staying would have broken us beyond repair. Over mine and called it mercy. I don't hate you, I don't blame you, I just couldn't stay and slowly disappear. I loved you enough to let you go, and that's the hardest thing I'll ever feel. So if you're happier without me, please don't feel guilty, don't feel low. I loved you more than I could keep. I loved you enough to let you go. I don't miss your late night calls or the way you said my name. I don't miss the fights we had or how nothing ever changed. I don't miss the lonely nights wondering where you'd been. I miss the way it felt before when we were more than this. I miss laughing without trying, miss believing it would last. I miss who I was with you before everything went past. I don't miss you, I miss us the way we used to be. Two hearts without the damage, two souls still believing. I don't miss the goodbye or the silence you left. I don't miss you, I miss us before we broke ourselves. I don't miss holding on to hope when you were halfway gone. I don't miss forgiving things I should've walked away from. I don't miss feeling invisible
miss the version of your love that once felt true. I miss the future we imagined when forever felt so real. Before love turned into something we could barely feel. I don't miss you, I miss us. The nights that felt like home, the way we said we'll be okay before we felt alone. And I don't miss how it ended or who we became. I don't miss you, I miss us. Before the hurt had a name. It's strange how missing works. It's not always who you lost. Sometimes it's the love you had before it came at a cost. I don't want you back anymore. I just want the ache to stop. I miss the love that felt alive, not the ending we got. I don't miss you, I miss us. Before the cracks showed through, before loving you felt heavy, before we started losing truth. I've learned to let you go now, but sometimes I still confess I don't miss you, I miss us. And nothing hurts more than that. So if I ever seem distant when your memory comes up, it's not you I'm holding on to, it's the echo of us. I gave you all I had to give, every heartbeat, every breath I live. You smiled and I fell apart. You held the key to my fragile heart. I tried to hide, I tried to be strong, but loving you felt so wrong. I stumbled through the days and nights, chasing shadows of your light. I thought love would make me free, but you were the chain I couldn't see. You were my weakness, my only sin, the place my heart would always give in. I loved too much, I let you in, and now I'm broken from within. You were my weakness, my silent pain, the echo of love I can't contain. I try to fight, I try to stay, but you are my weakness anyway. I held your hand through every storm, kept you safe, kept you warm, but you walked on, left me behind. The love I gave now undefined. I see your face in every dream, hear your voice in every scream. I love too hard, I love too true, and now the pieces don't fit without you. I thought love was supposed to heal, but you became the ache I feel. You were my weakness, my only sin, the place my heart would always give in. I love too much, I let you in, and now I'm broken from within. promised my heart would always give in. I love too much, I let you in, and now I'm broken from within. You are my weakness, my silent pain, but I'll survive, I'll rise again. I try to fight, I try to stay, but you are my weakness anyway. You are my to be strong without you. I watch the rain fall through the night, hoping somehow it will make it right. I held your hand when you were cold, gave my love when the world felt old. I swallowed tears, I held my ground, stayed for the love that couldn't be found. Every fight, every silent cry, I stayed with you, I didn't say goodbye. I gave my all, I gave my heart, even when the pieces fell apart. I stayed through the pain, I stayed through the rain, loved you through heartbreak, loved you through the pain. I stood by your side when no one would care, held you so like you were still there. I stayed through the pain, I stayed through the night, even when losing you didn't feel right. I gave my everything, I gave my name. I stayed through the pain, I stayed through the pain. I watched you drift, I watched you leave, kept the love I had, tried to believe. I held the silence, held the space, still searching for your gentle face. I gave my nights, I gave my days, loved you in unspoken ways. Though the love we had began to fade, I stayed there, hoping you'd stay. I gave my all, I gave my heart, even when the pieces fell apart. I stayed through the pain, I stayed through the rain, loved you through heartbreak, loved you through the pain. I stood by your side when no one would care, held you so like you were still there. I stayed through the pain, I stayed through the night, even when losing you didn't feel right. I gave my everything, I gave my name. I stayed through the pain, stayed through the pain. Maybe love doesn't last forever, maybe hearts break and souls sever, but I'll remember the love I gave, even if I'm the one who had to stay. I stayed through the pain, I stayed through the rain, loved you through heartbreak, loved you through the pain. I stood by your side when no one would care, held you so like you were still there. I stayed through the pain, I stayed through the night, even when losing you didn't feel right. I gave my everything, I gave my name. I stayed through the pain. Gave you nights, held your dreams in my own two hands, built a world around your smile, walked with you across the miles. I kept your secrets, I held your fears, wiped away every single tear. I gave my heart, I gave my soul, but somehow loving you took its toll. I thought love meant we'd never break, but giving all wasn't enough to take. I gave you everything, my heart, my all, held you high even as I fall. I loved you deeper than you knew, but it wasn't enough to keep you true. I gave you everything, you let it go, left me standing in the undertow. I gave you all I had to give, and now I'm learning how to live. I stayed when it hurt, I stayed when you cried, I stayed even when you said goodbye. Every I love you felt sincere, but your love disappeared. Now you're not here. I pour my world into your hands, believe in us, believe deep lines. Now the echoes of what used to be remind me of what you took from me. I thought love meant forever stay, but giving all just pushed you away. I gave you everything, my heart, my all, held you high even as I fall. I loved you deeper than you knew, but it wasn't enough to keep you true. I gave you everything, you let it go, left me standing in the undertow. I gave you all I had to give, and now I'm learning how to live. Maybe one day I'll find the light and see the end of this endless night. I'll still remember the love I shared, even if you never cared. I gave you everything, my heart, my all, loved you enough to risk the fall. I gave my best, I gave my soul, even when losing you took its toll. I gave you everything, but I remain stronger now, surviving the pain. I gave you all I had to give, and now I'm learning how to live. I gave you everything. And I'll give myself the rest. I gave you my heart, no questions asked. Loved you fully, wore it on my sleeve. Every smile, every tear we shared, I believed in us and what we could be. I stayed through the nights when storms came, held you close through the pouring rain. Every word you said I kept inside, every moment I never lied. I thought love was ours to keep, but you let go while I stayed deep. I gave you my heart, I gave you my soul, I loved you completely, I gave you control. Now I'm standing where the pieces fall, trying to rebuild after giving you all. I gave you my heart, and you walked away. the silence where love once stayed. I whispered your name into the night, hoping somehow it might feel right. I held the laughter, I held the pain, carried your love through the pouring rain. I thought forever meant you and me, but love slipped away like a stormy sea. I tried to give you all of me, but some hearts aren't meant to see. I gave you my heart, I gave you my soul, I loved you completely, I gave you control. Now I'm standing where the pieces fall, trying to rebuild after giving you all. I gave you my heart, and you walked away, left me with memories that hit every day. I thought we'd be forever, I thought we'd be true. I gave you my heart, I gave it to you. Maybe one day I'll find the strength to love again, to go the length. But tonight I feel the ache inside of a love I gave that you denied. I gave you my heart, I gave you my soul, I loved you completely, I gave you control. Even if forever wasn't ours to keep, I remember the love, the laughter, the deep. I gave you my heart, and I'll survive. Even broken, I'll stay alive. I thought we'd be forever, I thought we'd be true. I gave you my heart, I gave it to you. I gave you my heart, and I'll heal even without you. I learned how to wait without asking, made patience my second skin. I told myself you were trying when you were barely in. I held the door open for you, night after night alone, calling your distance healing, while I felt it in my bones. You said, I just need a little space. I gave you all I had. I kept believing in tomorrow while you stayed stuck in maybe. I gave you time, you gave excuses. I stayed still while you ran. I gave you trust, you gave me reasons to doubt who I am. I waited through the silence you hid behind your fear. I gave you time, you gave excuses, and left me standing here. I defended you to everyone, said they don't understand. I carried all the questions, you never had a plan. I watched the effort disappear, but I stayed anyway. I kept hoping love would wake you up before it faded away. You said this isn't the right time, but it was never wrong. You just didn't want to choose me, so you let it go. And I gave you time, you gave excuses, I gave you space to grow. I kept holding on to promises you never meant to show. I stayed when it got uncomfortable. You stayed unsure and distant. I gave you time, you gave excuses, and called it circumstance. Love shouldn't feel like waiting or guessing where you stand. If you wanted me like I wanted you, you would have held my hand. I wasn't asking for perfection, just something real. But you kept delaying love until I stopped being able to feel. I gave you time, you gave excuses, but I see clearly now. I don't need another someday. I need someone who chooses me out loud. I don't regret the wait that I walked. I regret how long I stayed. I gave you time, you gave excuses, and I paid. So if you ever wonder why I finally let you lose me, I ran out of time to give, and you ran out of excuses. I wrap my nights around your fears, try to keep you safe from dark. I learned the shape of all your wounds and made them feel like mine. I stood beside you when you shook, held hope in both my hands. But every time I reached for you, you pulled away again. I lit the room with all my love so you wouldn't feel alone. But the closer that I moved to you, the colder you had grown. I gave you warmth, you gave me cold. I gave you truth, you gave me hold on. I stayed believing hearts would change. You stayed halfway gone. I offered you my open arms. You turned your back and froze. I gave you warmth, you gave me cold, and called it love. I learned to speak in careful tones so I wouldn't push too hard. I shrank my needs to keep the peace while you drifted further apart. I watched you fade right in front of me, but I stayed anyway. I thought love meant enduring frost just to see the light one day. You said you didn't mean to hurt me, said you didn't know what you felt, but not choosing someone still leaves them alone. I gave you warmth, you gave me cold.
space. I stayed through nights that broke me down. You never stayed the same. I melted just to feel you near. You never even tried. I gave you warmth, you gave me cold, and I paid the price. Love shouldn't feel like winter. One heart still on fire. I wasn't asking you to burn. Just meet me halfway there. If warmth was all I had to give and cold was all you knew, then loving you was freezing me while I was warming you. I gave you warmth, you gave me cold, but I won't freeze anymore. I'm learning how to keep my fire and close the open door. I don't regret the way I loved. I regret the way I stayed. I gave you warmth, you gave me cold. Now I'm walking away. So if you ever miss the heat that used to light your home, remember, I didn't leave you in the cold. You were already there, alone. Gave you my heart, no questions asked. Loved you fully, wore it on my sleeve. Every smile, every tear we shared, I believed in us, in what we could be. I stayed through the nights when storms came, held you close through the pouring rain. Every word you said I kept inside, every moment I never lied. I thought love was ours to keep, but you let go while I stayed deep. I gave you my heart, I gave you my soul. I loved you completely, I gave you control. Now I'm standing where the pieces fall, trying to rebuild after giving you all. I gave you my heart, and you walked away, left me with memories that ache every day. I thought we'd be forever, I thought we'd be true. I gave you my heart, I gave it to you. I watched your shadow slowly fade, felt the silence where loved ones stayed. I whispered your name into the night, hoping somehow it might feel right. I held the laughter, I held the pain, carried your love through the pouring rain. I thought forever meant you and me,
I'll heal even without you. I learned your silence better than my own. Measure my words so I wouldn't shake the ground. I wore your fears like they were my bones, afraid if I moved you'd walk out. I said I'm fine when I was bleeding through, smiled so you wouldn't see the truth. I kept shrinking just to fit in the spaces you left open. I thought love meant holding tighter, so I let go of who I was. Didn't notice I was fading while I was saving us. I lost myself trying not to lose you. Gave you all the parts I couldn't replace. I bend every truth just to keep you close. Watch my reflection slip away. I forgot what my own heart wanted, forgot what I used to do. I lost myself trying not to lose you. I stayed quiet when I should have cried, chose your peace over my pain. I blame myself every time you pulled away again. I made excuses for your distance, called it love, called it fate, but loving you felt like drowning and calling it faith. I kept fixing what you broke while you watched me come undone. I was fighting for forever, you were halfway gone. I lost myself trying not to lose you. Gave you my nights, my life, my name. I stood in the storm so you wouldn't feel it. Let the thunder live in my veins. I don't know where I disappeared to, or when I stopped being true. I lost myself trying not to lose you. Love shouldn't feel like begging or learning how to stay small. I was terrified of losing you, so I lost it all. If I ever find myself again, it won't be in your arms. I loved you more than I love me, and that's where it went wrong. I lost myself trying not to lose you, but I'm still standing here somehow. I'm learning how to choose my heartbeat over the silence you left behind now. I don't hate you, I just see the truth. Love shouldn't cost me my youth. I lost myself trying not to lose you. And if you ever wonder why I couldn't stay the same, I gave you everything I was, until there was nothing left to say. felt the cracks before they showed, but I stayed anyway. I kept believing love would fix what you wouldn't say. I learned your moods, your silence too, like they were mine to heal. I kept bleeding quietly so you wouldn't feel. I told myself this is what love does. It stays, it bends, it breaks. I didn't know I was losing myself with every choice I made. I kept loving even when it hurt me, even when I knew the cost. I kept choosing you every night while I was getting lost. You pulled away, I pulled you closer, called it loyalty. I kept loving even when it hurt me, and it hurt me deeply. I ignored the way you stopped trying, the way your eyes looked past. I held on to who you used to be, like we were built to last. I made excuses for your absence, told my heart to wait. I kept hoping love would save us while it slowly ate away. You didn't ask me to stay this long, I chose it every time. I thought if I loved you hard enough, you'd finally be mine. I kept loving even when it hurt me, when it felt wrong to stay. I gave you grace you never earned and called it being okay. I forgave things I shouldn't have just to keep the peace. I kept loving even when it hurt me, until it broke me. Love shouldn't feel like punishment or learning how to endure. I wasn't weak for loving you, I was just too pure. If loving you meant losing me, then love got twisted somehow. I see that clearly now. I kept loving even when it hurt me, but I won't bleed like that again. I'm learning how to love myself the way I loved you then. I don't regret the way I cared, I regret how long I stayed. I kept loving even when it hurt me. Now I'm walking away. So if you ever wonder why I finally chose to leave, I didn't stop loving you, I just stopped hurting me. I memorized your footsteps, the way you'd hesitate at the door, like part of you was already gone before you said anything at all. I held on to every promise like it still meant something true. I was building us a future while you were planning what you'd do. You said you needed space to breathe, I gave you all of mine. I thought love meant staying still while you were crossing lines. I kept the love, you kept the exit. I stayed when it got hard. I kept believing in forever. You kept the one foot in the dark. I held on through the silence. You held on to your doubt. I kept the love, you kept just fear. I learned how to love you quietly so you wouldn't disappear. I showed up every time, even when you pulled away. I was fighting for us both, you were halfway gone already. You didn't promise me the end, but you never promised to stay. And I kept mistaking patience for something love would save. I kept the love, you kept the exit. I carried all the weight. I kept choosing you every day. You were choosing escape. I gave you every chance to turn back around. I kept the love, you kept the exit, and never made a sound. There's a difference between staying and being afraid to leave. I stayed because I loved you. You stayed because it was easy. If love was a room we shared, I was locking every door. You were already holding the key, wondering what for. I kept the love, you kept the exit, but I see it clearly now. Love shouldn't feel like waiting for someone to walk out. I don't hate you for leaving, I just wish you were honest from the start. I kept the love, you kept the exit, and broke heart. So if you ever miss the way I loved you without doubt, just remember I didn't lose you. You were already on your way out. You used to breathe beside my name, like it was something safe to hold. Now even memories hesitate, like they're afraid of getting old. Your jacket's still behind the door. It smells like nights we couldn't sleep. Funny how the loudest love is silence when it leaves. We didn't fight, we didn't scream. You just slowly disappeared, and I was standing in the echo of everything we were. I learned how quiet love gets when it leaves first. No slam doors, no goodbye words, just the sound of my heart breaking worse. I still set 2 cups on the table, still wait for keys that won't return. I learned how quiet love gets when it leaves first. Your laugh still lives in empty rooms, like a song without a tune. I talk to shadows on the wall, pretend that one of them is you. I replay things I should've decides to end. You stopped reaching for my hand before I noticed you were gone. Now I'm holding on to moments that don't belong. I learned how quiet love gets when it leaves first. No accusations, no last verse, just promises buried in dirt. Your side of the bed stays colder, your name still tastes like hurt. I learned how quiet love gets when it leaves first. If love is war, this wasn't loud. No smoke, no scars to prove, just a slow surrender to life without you. You didn't break me all at once. You let me fade in parts, and that's the cruelest way to break a heart. I learned how quiet love gets when it leaves first. No closure, no final words, just a future I didn't rehearse. I loved you louder than you left me, and that's the truth that hurts. I learned how quiet love gets when it leaves first. So if you ever miss me late at night and wonder why I never call, it's not that I don't love you, I just learned silence remembers it all.